Stitches, and today I have a haul for you guys. I don't have hauls often, but when I do, it's thrifted. This is absolutely the best time of year to go thrifting because, as any seasoned thrifter knows, they save the best stuff for Halloween. All of the quirky vintage pieces that are a little bit too weird for mainstream fashion, all of the big structural garments like corsets, bloomers, petticoats, that sort of thing. All of the wild, crazy things that would not normally be considered something that people wear out in public, those are all showing up in the thrift stores right now. And it's not quite October yet, so the people that are actually there looking for Halloween costumes haven't really started looking for Halloween costumes, so it is ripe for the picking. So my first three items were all found in the Halloween section, and I want to start off with this red gingham blouse that has this super ruffly, flouncy, pleaty collar. This is actually some sort of pressed, textured synthetic. It's 65% polyester, 35% combed cotton. It's vintage, it's by Limar. But this has a sort of permanent pleating put into it. So it's got all these tiny pleats, plus it's gathered on top of that. So it's just super ruffly and cutesy. And it has a couple little ties in the front so I can kind of adjust how much I want to show in the front, which is usually not anything. And it also has cute little gathered cuffs that are super adorable. I just see a lot of potential for mixing and matching of this piece. I absolutely lost my mind when I found it because it's red gingham. What more do I have to say? I've been on the hunt for vintage blouses because I've been trying to transition into more of a larm, himekaji, the floofier styles. Things that are a little bit more dressed up and feminine. And then I also found a couple pairs of bloomers. One of them I am especially excited for because they're some long bloomers that just gather at the knee. So they're like the old school, like bloomers go all the way down, you absolutely can see them. That is what these are for. This appears to be somebody's handmade project. It doesn't have any tag or anything in it. So this probably belonged to an old school Lolita before I got my hands on it. Or a cosplayer. Probably a cosplayer. The other pair is a little less exciting because I have to do some alterations to it. The elastic is much smaller than the elastic casing, so it does the thing where it doesn't like to stay where it's supposed to and like flips around. And they have this really cheap lace sewn to it, so I'm gonna cut this off because it's just kind of, I mean, it's not even really stitched on that well. Oh, there's a little hole. I'll have to, maybe I'll embroider something on it to cover up that hole. But yeah, this is definitely like a project piece. I'm gonna make these a little bit cuter and also probably finish the bottom because these aren't even finished properly. So I'll probably make a little lace hem to finish them. I'm very excited for this next piece as well. I have this little nylon white slip. This looks like it's early 2000s Vanity Fair. It's just really silky and nice, and it has like a really pleasing V shape with the lace on the front. I want to use this for some layering outfits, so I am very excited to have found another nice slip to add to my slip collection. And my last actual piece of clothing is this darling, kind of, it looks much bluer on camera than it actually is. It's kind of like a weird in-between blue and purple, but it is a vintage 90s tennis skirt. It's one of the one of the ones that people charge like $30 for on Depop, and I got it for like $4, so I'm very happy about that. It is definitely 90s vintage, so I have 2 90s vintage pleated skirts now, and they're just really great staple pieces. They coordinate really easily with basically anything, so they're just great basics to have. I actually found a small gold mine of accessories at my favorite thrift store. Starting with this silk scarf that you would have seen in my last video. A while back at the same thrift store, I bought my pink silk scarf. This bad boy, I bought this for $5. I want to say like 5 or 6 months ago, but I have no concept of time, so who knows? And when I saw this, this one was also there. This was like its sister. They're the exact same brand. They're like completely identical, just 2 different colors. And I wanted to get this one initially, but they were like $5 each, and I was like, maybe not today. But this one just sat there and sat there for so long, and they lowered the price of the scarves to $3. So I snatched it up, and now they're sister scarves again. I also found, and this is extremely monumental for me, a couple pairs of white gloves. They are also vintage, and they actually fit my tiny little baby hands. So the first one is a little pair of kid gloves, and they have this nice little lace like cutaway on the sides. I was so shocked when I put these on in the store and they actually fit my little hands. I have unusually small hands for a woman. I usually have to buy like children's gloves when I buy like winter gloves and stuff. So these probably were children's gloves at some point, but they fit me. They fit my hands. They're really nice quality. They're just so great. And that's not even the best part, because there was also this pair of long opera gloves that are also vintage. These actually fit my arms perfectly. And then they have these little pearlescent buttons, but they're kind of a pain, especially doing them on yourself. Okay, I'm only putting on one. That's all you get to see me suffer. But they're just so cute, and they fit so miraculously well, and I am just so overwhelmed with happiness. I feel like these are an odd and unusual thing to be really happy about, but like I have never in my entire life found gloves that properly fit me. And now I have 2. And then lastly, I just got a tiny little pair of yellow earrings because they were 75 cents and they're just little yellow baubles and I like them, so they came home with me. And that is everything for today's thrift haul. I don't do these very often anymore, but when I do, they're spicy. Oh god, me. Alright friends, that's it for today's video. I hope everybody has a good day, and I will see you all next time. Bye!